Welcome to the Delphi Priestess. I know you guys can already see me. It's crazy. Like I can't see you guys, but you guys can see me. Let me see if you can see me. Yeah, see? Welcome to the Delphi Priestess. All right. I know you guys can already see me. It's crazy. Like I can't see you guys, but you guys can see me. Let me see if you can see me. Yeah, see? Welcome to the Delphi Priestess. All right. I know you guys can already see me. It's crazy. Like I can't see you guys, but all right. Let me go into my YouTube. Okay. Crazy. Like I can't see you guys, but all right. Let me go into my YouTube. Okay. All right, guys. So today's subject, I'm trying to put it on as we speak, but I guess whatever. So as you guys know, Cristina and I, also known as the Delphi Priestess, and she's known as the nomadic shaman. I'm the Delphi Priestess. So today we have a subject, and the subject is about signature, basically like incarnations. What would you call it? What was it you called it, Cristina?
Yeah. Well, it's signatures, but yeah, it is incarnation, like coming in as a signature, can you change it and how can you change it? So it's almost like a blueprint or a template.
Yes, because you come in as that personality so often that you come in as that person. For example, someone that comes in as a prostitute, their signature in the next lifetime might be someone that sleeps around, that cheats, or maybe that's someone that's more provocative. There is a spiritual mission behind that. There's just such a thing as a sacred prostitute. It's deep. It's not something, it's to say, like, if she's an occultist, she knows how to use her intuition to draw in a certain partner. I'm saying she because I'm a female. He too, he could do that, masculine. But she can use her intuition to draw in a certain type of masculine, this and that. There's people that their signature is teaching, so they come in, no matter how they lay it down, however they come in, they end up being either a school teacher, a spiritual teacher. There's also, let's see, give me a second.
Would you say Mary Magdalene would be like a sacred prostitute?
They're saying it's complicated right now. Like, okay, so Mary Magdalene, there's so many versions of Mary Magdalene because so many people believe, but ultimately what Mary Magdalene was, she came in as a prophet herself. They're saying to me, she came in because she wrote scriptures herself. She was also a priestess. The way in which they write her cause is inaccurate. They're saying she used sacred sex magic, but she wasn't what they're calling today a prostitute. She didn't necessarily sleep with a lot of men or women or people. They said her sacred sexual energy exists eternally. So there's a lot of divine masculine that know her, but it isn't necessarily, they're saying like, I can't explain that, what they're trying to explain to me. But what, in terms of the physical realm, she would say, no, she was never a prostitute. She was never a prostitute. They're calling a prostitute a person that's been sold around to sleep or sleep around. And that wasn't her story. That wasn't her divine story. What that is, they call Mary Magdalene.
Okay.
She was also a prophetess, and she was also a priestess. And during time of matriarchy, the priest and priestesses worked hand in hand. There wasn't this gender hierarchy in spirituality like there is today. So that was the biggest that's the biggest downfall when they said she even had a virgin birth. They didn't tell you that story. So those
Oh,
people that can tap into these stories, because very much my stuff isn't for the people who read the books only. What I mean by that, those who are willing and that can just tap in to feel it. Like, is that shit, that don't even make sense. What are, if it doesn't, then tap in. Does that with those does don't intellectualize it, and feel it inside. Tap in, talk to her yourself, ask her, hey, Mary Magdalene, what is your relationship to Mary? Were you a prostitute? And and let her tell you her story. Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, that story is complicated. They said they don't want to get into it today. They don't want to get into that because it's very complicated. It's not even like what they're the story that they're trying to talk about is almost like an ancient Romeo and Juliet that's been screwed up. And it's distorted and it's not accurate like like it should be today.
it seems like that sounds like a twin flame relationship, complicated.
Yes. Yes. Very much the case. I'm so sorry, I got distracted. All right. Let me see. Let me get off of because I'm too busy trying to update this. Let me just talk to you. All right. Now I feel good because I'm talking to you.
Wait, update what?
I was trying to update the title under this, but I'll do it later. I was gonna say incarnating as a signature. What's your signature? What you're known for? Like, for instance, cheating is a signature. That could be very much a signature of being a player. You could be married, but you're always, it's just what it is for you because you come in like that. So if you want to change that, you can in different realms, different spaces. You don't have to come in as a cheater. You can work on that. Usually they use a different type of ego to do that type of work. It said that your incarnation also depends on the height of your consciousness, awareness.
Like I get that. Like between just with you talking, it just hit me that, the whole reason behind your signature is for you to be able is basic. Okay. The whole reason behind your signature is for you to finally get it and awaken to the lesson that comes with it that you're trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? And you can, even if it means like coming in different aspects, meaning like one, if you're coming in as a cheater, and then the next time you're coming in as being cheated on, then you have a different perspective, but it's still like involved. You know what I'm saying? You're still in that like dynamic because the goal is for you to learn what that, I guess, learn the lesson that's connected to that template, that signature, that personality that, you know what I'm saying, that you can't come in. So it almost seems like, you know what I'm saying? It almost seems like it'll change once you get it. And you know what I'm saying? And you pass like, like you remember like in high school, remember in high school, and it was just like at the end, you have to take like a cumulative test of everything that you learn. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what what it is. It's like when you pass the cumulative test, okay, you can come in, for some people, it takes like mad lifetimes, you know what I'm saying, to get it. To get it,
That's why they're saying sometimes they just have to use a different ego to if the consciousness doesn't get it, because and now it's not that it's complicating me, they're explaining to me like this. So as you should know, you exist multidimensionally, even as a human being, what they're calling a human being. So when you incarnate, you may have a signature print, period. But to live out a lifetime, because you have multiple types of signatures, is different beings, different human beings, different types of human. And you could be in China. You right now, there's a version of you in China. There's a version of you in Ethiopia, a version of you, all existing simultaneously, because we're technically one unity consciousness. We are both versions of each other at this moment. So there's certain things that we want to change. So to get that experience and that understanding, the consciousness may step into that moment in life, like almost like a walk-in, but an observed walk-in. You don't interrupt the lifetime. You don't interrupt the lifetime. Okay. Sorry. So there's walk-ins and then there's observers. They're still right there. So if a certain ego has a certain habit and you want to change it, but you don't know because you literally are that signature, like it's let's say you are fire, you come in as fire, but I don't know how to be water. Well, you're gonna have to observe how to be water without messing up water's lifetime. You're gonna check and absorb how water does things, how water flows, how everything, and then now you level up because now you're water and fire, the element of the stillness of fire and water. It's really deep. So that's the same thing with someone with a personality. Let's say all you do is cheat. So there's a version of you that's not a cheater. Not you could be a cheater, but you're not. You're pretty faithful. So you go observe that. The consciousness observes that, watches the lifetime, understand what it means to be faithful and loyal to one person, or multiple person. However, your life is. Usually it would be one person, because if you're really a cheater like that, you need one person, a long-term marriage, 40, 50 years of marriage, one person. But then now you can say, oh, okay, this is how I do it. And sometimes you'll see people, that's when they'll change their life around. You're like, whoa, that person used to do this. Now this person's a monk, Because in that life, they're still living because they trust in that ego so much that, okay, let's look how other things are happening that's multidimensional. As a human, as different beings even can aid in different awareness to aid your signature. So then they'll have hope, in your incarnation, depending on the mission. Like, oh, no, that person became a monk in that lifetime. He started off as a drunk or this or that or that, but look how he changed. How? Because he observed a different version of himself. Oh. And so that different version become a monk and even understand how he grew and what his change was. It gets deep. It's forever evolving. That's why we come to experience, to know, literally experience. Like, we can intellectually know the fire is hot, but not until you put your hands, you're like, yeah, that shit's hot. It's something called hot. You put your hands in it and it shit hurt.
Yeah.
That's what that is when you incarnate. That's why existence, the non-existence, come into fruition. so it could really feel it, absorb it, understand it. And then once you get a grip, you're like, all right, watch. Now I got
you. Yeah. I mean, because that's kind of, not kind of, but essentially that's what our higher self is doing, right? When they create, they're trying to, our higher self is trying to gain gain information and insight by creating this ego to live this life, this blueprint. And as they're observing, like, okay, how does this person act with this specific ego? You know what I'm saying? They're also gaining knowledge from an observer role. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how this specific ego navigates this situation, this situation, this situation, you know? Yeah.
That's how you can like not be a signature and not have to necessarily die to come right back in, because you don't have to do that. You could just, your higher self, the consciousness self can decide. The young souls come, live, die. But if you've become a signature, chances are you're old. You're really ancient. And so you want to change your blueprint. So you have to understand, your higher self does the work for you lots of times. And that you level up. Like I said, the fire wants to be water. The fire has to observe water. How does water flow? How does water, or vice versa? Earth wants to be fire, or ether wants to be this. And when you gotta observe it, there's different versions of you. So many come to observe.
Yeah. And I do agree. I do agree with that. And you can also say, because I'm always, one thing that I usually, one thing that I have come to find out and figure out is, okay, one person can feel like they know themselves to the T, but the information that's missing is the feedback from the other person that they're interacting with, to let you know how you come across, to let you know either how you come across or how you show up. And that is replicated in businesses too. Why? It's because you can feel like you're coming across some way, that could be the intent, but testimonials tell you how you really showing up. Surveys tell you how you really showing up. And that's valuable feedback and information. That's the same thing with whenever you're in some type of partnership, they tell you how you may think one way, but they tell you how you're coming across and how you show up. And that information for you, you wouldn't know that information unless you ask feedback from somebody else who's interacting with you, who's experiencing you, not from just an observer point of view, but actually interacting and experiencing from you. Because there is information to be gained as an observer, but there's also additional information that one can gain outside of being the observer, and that's to experience someone, Because it's funny though, because it's like, you remember like MTV? Wait, MTV. Girl, I'm taking this shit back. MTV Real Life. You remember that? I can't hear you, girl.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
I just don't have nothing back here to interrupt with.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was gonna be like, you remember MTV Real Life? And it was crazy because, they would go through their 3 months. These strangers, I don't know how many strangers, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. But then they would come to the point where they at the end of filming, and they were like, wow, I didn't know I look, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know I showed up like this on camera. And half of the time, these people are like, that's not on me. That's what the cameraman decided to show. And I'm like, okay, the cameraman may have taken like snippets and parts, but still, that's you. That's you.
You crazy. You just didn't realize that, damn, I'm that crazy. Yeah.
I miss MTV Real Life. That was my shit.
Yeah, I used
You
to like
know?
when they used to put everybody in the house and see like basically an experiment.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All people
Would
walks of life.
would you do something like that? I mean,
Hell
not
no.
now, because you got a family
Ever.
and kids.
No, even way back when before I was even like spiritually anything. I never understood that shit.
Really?
I was like, how we gonna be friends? Like, if we don't get along, that's how I am. That's probably why
Yeah,
I'm a loner. If
yeah,
we don't get along, and if it's that conflict and constant, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna be out. Like, I don't like headaches. That's me. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be good for that shit. And they would have to be paying me a lot. I'm like, all right,
yeah.
I'm getting 100,000 this week, so I have done with a bunch. What they want me to punch you in your throat? I 50,000. I.
You know?
Not for free. Not for
You
free.
know, I almost feel, well, not almost, but my ass feels like our higher selves, like this is television for this. This is like the real life compilation. You know what I'm saying? Let's
It
put a whole bunch
is.
of different people in there. Let's see how this shit go. Let's see how this shit work out. And they're sitting back eating popcorn up in this piece.
They're saying yes and no today because they
uh,
actually have to do work.
uh,
Usually, like, the past eons, they had, it was for fun and games because it was experiment. But
yeah,
now we'll see. We'll see. They ready to do some big shit in the background. For a lot of people, they're ready because it's really time now for an ascension. The word ascension, they said people are not even saying it anymore. Because it's like people forgot, people don't know what it is, people like are distracted and lost. No, ascension, that means rise again. So you could anyway, I don't want to get into it. I'm telling them, please, who cares? Not right now. They probably feel exhausted like me. That's why.
wait, who's feeling exhausted?
Me.
Oh, you just said they're probably feeling exhausted like me. I
Well,
was just
because
like,
you don't hear about ascension anymore. I don't think
oh,
people understand what ascension is. And you don't hear about it. It used to be the thing, ascension, 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 the event, the big event, ascension, ascension, the big event. When I had my first awakening, I was like, what is it? What is it?
yeah,
And then it's like, it's deeper than that. What is
yeah,
ascension? It means knowing how to die. Being ascended master means they knew not to die. They didn't allow themselves go into the dead when, that was the whole thing about rising back to where you came from
yeah,
without dying.
yeah.
There's remember, I think I said it already, was sad samadhi. Samadhi was the ancient calling for a lot of people. It still is, like actually doing samadhi. Samadhi is where you understand existence to be fluid. You understand nothing and everything at the same time. It's stillness and awareness at its best when you don't know that, like when they're saying like you don't know what's at the end because there is no end, it's infinite. And you allow the body to be in alignment. The body is samadhi because you have to be in alignment with eternity. That's ascension. And a lot of people are not necessarily there yet, but there are a lot of people that are, a lot of people that are ready to ascend. Like if there was like all aboard, because I used to work at Disney
Okay.
in Africa. How they have Africa. I was in the train. I'd be like, all aboard. So all the light workers that are ready, that have been doing the work, come on, let's go, let's go. And you would get them, and they will go. Those that are ready. There are those already there that have ascended, that awaken, that already know what's going on. There's quite a few million.
Mm,
So they're waiting for like another set of us to wake up.
like a whole group.
Yeah. They're saying you and I included. They're hoping for us to be in part of the crew, this team, this stuff. So we could be part of it. It'd be powerful to be part of the crew. Back in the ancient days, it's when you would ascend, you would wake up and know, it's a process, but
Yeah.
you would still wake up and know, oh, Oh, this is who I am. No wonder that shit never made no sense. Type of thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I hope all that made sense. What we're saying. And well, for those who need to
Yeah.
know, they'll know.
Yeah.
Oh, my stuff just glitched. No, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, I just saw something glitch. My house is haunted. It is my side too. That's what's crazy. Like my square, because you would think the whole thing would glitch because it's on the camera. I don't know. Oh, there's a spirit right here. Yeah, this place. I mean, I call it haunted. They don't fuck with me no more because
Mm.
I'm crazy too. Look around this whole house, I have crosses in here.
Oh.
The crosses, like, yeah, you didn't know I'm a haunting too. Crazy. Yes, I drink a big old gallon of water.
You drink lemon too with your water?
No, I put salt.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Not
That's
just any
good.
salt, like Himalayan salt. But I guess I
Yeah.
should put lemon. I should put lemon.
Yeah. To flavor it up a bit. I be trying to experiment. I know this is commercial break, but I be trying to experiment with different stuff, girl. Like what is it? Different like lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, just to give it like a different taste, you know?
Mhm.
And sometimes I'll put bark in here too.
What?
Bark, like cinnamon.
Oh, like a cinnamon stick?
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. To change it up. I started doing that just to change it. Um,
I
yeah.
feel evil eye. Someone's giving me an evil eye. I can feel it. I don't know where it's coming from, but I sent it back to them. Feel better now, went away.
Mm.
Sorry. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been feeling a lot of evil eyes as of lately. Because
Really?
the people's subconscious.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's what a signature. They're telling me there's a such thing as a signature calling where you're coming in to make a print to be known as something. Like
Like Jesus?
you could be a messiah, it could be, yeah, could be as big as a prophet, a goddess, anything, could be anything. Um, like I said, there's such thing as a sacred prostitute. It could be such a thing. If that's your
Mm.
print, if that's what you want to be. So there is an upside to having a signature. Like they know this is this is what this is. This is what it
Yeah.
is every time. It's like, all right, we'll take it then, Or
Yeah.
what is, so there's certain signatures that people, you look for in creation and you take it. Like, oh, I like that one. I like that one. Oh, I like the way this sun's done. It's been doing it for eons.
Yeah.
It knows nothing else. It'll just do this.
Yeah. You talking like you picking out outfits. Clothes. That's probably how we are. That's
That's,
probably how we are in the spirit, girl.
yeah, that makes so much
You
sense.
know?
Because right now it felt like my higher self just said that. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
My higher self explained that to me just now, just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
like
take two of
outfits.
those. Yeah. I'll take
Yeah.
two of those, three of those, four of
Mhm.
those. Yeah, girl.
Yeah, maybe I'll come in as that one next time. Oh, I never knew. Oh, I'm gonna come in as that one.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that answers that, It's just like You know how you said, yeah, you can come in as like a sacred, well, I think it's all sacred, but come in as like your regular template, you know, um, and then yeah, I know I'm simplifying it, but you can come in as regular template, or you can come in, you can change, you can do a change up. But once you pass that, once you
What are
pass
you
the
doing?
cumulative,
Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Like once you pass the cumulative test. So
Yeah, that's yeah, I
I
mean,
almost on a different, really on a different subject. I'm like, I almost feel like, I don't want to say it's your calling, but I almost feel like it don't matter what house you go to, it's gonna be haunted, and you're gonna come across opposition because your job is that their job is to fuck around and find out, and and your job is to stand on these motherfucking necks. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because I work, I was very much initiated as soon as I started working in the cemetery. They gave me an example that was really funny. So like they said, like when I went to one of these cemeteries, one of the owners were like, look at this dumb bitch. She thinks she'll come out alive. So I went out, I went in. My shit was like, all right, nigga, watch you don't come out this bitch alive. Not only did he see me leave, but he got lost and couldn't catch up with me. Like, oh, yo, where'd she go? Yeah, it was like that. And they would tell me to do the dumbest things sometimes. And I was like, well, that don't make no sense. Let me not do that. I'm afraid to say because I don't want someone else to do it. Do not do this. Do not do this. Do not do this. They told me to take a glass after I did what I had to do in the cemetery. I took a glass and break it in front of the cemetery. No, that's like causing for trouble. Because then it's like, what do you mean? What's your intentions? It could very much bring bad luck. It could string you along. But
Mm,
cemetery work anyway is for the darker depths. If you're gonna do something like that, you gotta know what you're doing and what's your intentions to break a glass in front of the cemetery. So they
yeah.
would tell me all this crazy shit. And I was like, no, I'm good. I ain't gonna do it. It don't sound right to me. Break a glass. No. In front of the cemetery. Nah, I'm already
Yeah.
getting heat. I'm already getting heat. Why would I start more fire?
Wow. Yeah.
I'm good. This heat, this is pretty good. I don't need no
You
more
know.
heat.
Yeah.
Pretty fire.
Yeah. It's like it almost reminds me of the what's that one wait, oh my gosh. What's the it's it almost reminds me of the oh my gosh, what's that one saying? Man, hold on. Now I'm gonna go. Hold on. Let me set this. Oh man, I'm probably not gonna find it. Oh, okay. I remember now. I remember now. It's almost like the New York slang when you say, you know how you say you good and that can mean a multitude of things for different scenarios. It's like you breaking the glass, like you breaking the glass at the cemetery. It's like you good, like what's up? You know what I'm saying? That's basically,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, that's what that meant. Very much. Because
Yeah.
there was a lot of heat. There's a lot of heat in there, a lot of fire. Every minute I go in there, one minute I was just in there. They try, I don't know, it's all crazy because I don't want no one to give up on whatever they're called to do. Just know if you do cemetery work, you gotta be about it in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual sense. You
Yeah.
see somebody, you're not supposed to be here. I told you one time. I only tell you once. You didn't hear me the first time, well, you ain't gonna hear me the second time. Boom. Who's next? And usually the rest of them get it. Like, oh, this one's different. She gonna clock you at the first hit. Like,
Yeah.
she only give you one chance. Yeah, because I don't play around. I've been through so much. I'm here to do something simple. I'm not here to mess with you. That's
Yeah.
my job is to help those crossovers and that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they'll know I'm telling you, you have to make examples of people. They're saying
Yeah.
there was a time where somebody had beef, supposedly. So they're like, they wanted to see what happened. So the spirits sat back and they were like, yeah, that one right there. And they all whispered. And at first we didn't know what was happening. Like, oh shit, they got some up their sleeves again. But like we said, we about it. We probably won't even tell this nigga nothing. He came first step. Oh, we know what this is, clock. And they're so demonic in there. They're like, ha, ha. Like, yeah, that nigga's stupid. You don't know. I'm talking about spirits. This is how these spirits be.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The dead, man, the dead is crazy. I was
Yeah.
constantly like, I manifested a graveyard essentially where I was working at. So I come out of a room, they're ready. I'm not like spiritually. I even had one of the spirits in person go down, like hit, energetic hit to the crown. I was literally doing a patient's feet. And they were, and later on, they're like, wow, you're so powerful. You took a hit. I was like, bitch, you wasn't supposed to hit me like that. All right, watch, check it. Watch when I come back to work. She went on vacation for 2 weeks. Bitch wasn't home. Yeah, that's what you get. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, she was gone. And then they sent a
Damn.
replacement after a while because these bitches didn't listen. They didn't listen. You had to send decoy. It was a yeah, you have to be a little left-hand path in the battle. That's what my higher self likes. My higher self loves the show, I guess. Yeah, you know. All right, guys. Well, today that's the cause. That is what it is.
Yeah.
Signature. You could always change up who you are whenever you want. It takes work, observation, incarnation. It takes the one incarnation you in. This incarnation is a free for all. Anybody could do anything today. That's what this
Listen.
is. Anybody could become anything. Anything you could become who you are. Find out who you are spiritually so you can overcome the illusion of this realm. Know who you really, really are. and rise, ascend, 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 ascend. This is like literally an open box. You know, we won't say it won't be open for, it's just the way it's open today, this realm, this paradigm, the way it's open. Anybody that wants to change will grab them. This one's seeking change. This one's seeking change. So please be in that frequency. Those who are not, we're going to assume you're ready to reincarnate again. You know? And other things, we can't say that, you know? But for the most part, we're looking for our warriors and warriors. Delphi Priestess says, thank you guys for those who do message us, who do talk to us, that do know the cause, that do know who Melissa really is. There are those of them that do watch this, that know who Nomadic Shaman really is. So we say thank you, our higher selves, our family, our lineage. We all say thank you very much. Thank you for watching our videos. And we understand more today, even us. Thank you very much. This one is this. Anyway, thank you so very much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. This is episode 12. Woo! This was up. Took us. We've been doing this for a while now, so according to, I'm sure Spirit's been years. According to Spirit, because the way they see time.
Oh.
But it's been like a couple months now or more. How long has it been, you think?
I don't even know, girl.
It's been some time. It's been some time for a while. We've been doing this for a while. So we're going to keep bringing you the heat until, you know, can't burn no more, until fire turn into water. Until fire's like, fuck it, we're going to be water. All right. All right, much love. They said that has happened before. They're crazy. Everything exists. Everything exists. All right, guys. Thank you once again. Make sure to comment. Every comment matters. Make sure to comment. Make sure to like. Make sure to share.
Ask questions too.
Ask questions.
Yeah.
Ask questions. Much love to you all. See you next